Howdy folks, this is Jackers, and this is not what it may seem. Kind of the story of my life right now. This is, as a matter of fact, the Skyrim Special Edition, but this is not a gaming video. I wish that it were. I wish that I could simply be Checkers Prefect once more. But there are other things I have to contend with first. Since this video will be of a more personal nature, if that is not your cup of tea, you are, of course, welcome to escape now, and I certainly wouldn't blame you. If you are interested, of course, you are welcome to stay, and I will do my best to sort all of this out for you and perhaps at the same time for myself, because all of this is new and changing. I've tried to make this video 3 nights in a row, and the tone of the video has changed greatly in these 3 nights. Almost, but not quite, following, the stages of grief. If you've been following the channel, then you know that things have been going a little sideways for me since December. In January, I moved back to my parents' house to try and help with my aging parents. My mother came from a care facility in February, and I have been caring for her since, except for a few days in March where she went to the emergency room for a hospital stay over a pressure wound. Something she had come home with as a very small thing from the care center, but became concerning over time. The reality is, I seem to be doing fairly well. As far as care goes, the problem only rolls in when we look at the cost. To me, my mother is stronger. Her wound is healing. The only help I have is a hospice nurse or nurse's aide once a day for about an hour a day. Otherwise, it is just me. My father is very kind and would help, but he is 88 and his help is, well, in some ways, it is incredibly helpful. In other ways, it is just too challenging for him. I talked to my own doctor just last week, and he ordered me to go immediately to an emergency room, and I told him that I could not. He is a hospice doctor himself, and just lost someone close. And so he understands why I made the choice that I made. I think it may have been yesterday or the day before, I did actually seriously consider going to the emergency room. But I tried to write down the instructions just for my mother's medication. And as I did this, creating a board, taping the examples of her medicine under their names and with their directions, I realized how complex it was and how amazed I was at myself for doing it right. And that was just the medication, not including the how often she needs to be moved or tilted, cleaned, cared for, fed. All of these things are incredibly complex. Why would I need to go to an emergency room? Well, my blood pressure has been very bad. For the past 4 to 6 weeks, I have spent a fair amount of time crossed beyond the threshold of strokes and heart attacks. I think the highest I've seen is 195 over 114, which is considered a hypertensive crisis according to my blood pressure monitor. I also trigger arrhythmia alarms on the blood pressure monitor and atrial fibrillation alarms on my watch. I can feel the pain now. I've been punched. I have arthritis in my sternum. I exercise still as much as I am able, so I am used to pains in my chest, but never ones such as these. Never in my 50 plus years have I worried that it was my heart. I have felt my heart overwork itself when I black out. Just before I go down, my heart hammers incredibly hard, and it hurts, but it's a hurt of like a long run or a super fast dash. But now it hurts often, sometimes for days on end. I can feel when the fibrillation alarm will trigger, when my blood pressure is out of control. So that is why I would need to go to the emergency room. Why I can't is because caring for my mother is more difficult for someone like my 88-year-old father to attend to. I have no family close that would help me. I don't believe I have family within the United States that would help me. My mother has, or had, 11 brothers and sisters that all live in the United States, the ones who are still alive. I have family in Eastern Europe, and I know that they would help me if they could. I have asked for help from more avenues than I had ever imagined asking, from people I would not have thought to ask, organizations, you name it. My single hope at the moment is a state program connected to Medicaid for long-term care. But even if I have gotten them everything they need, my understanding is that it may take months before the application is either approved or denied. And I don't know how many months I have to keep going. I'm not trying to be dark or edgy. I'm not trying to be cool or facetious or funny. I understand how dangerous what I am doing is. But I also know that I have exhausted every single possibility that I can imagine. I do not have the funds to even temporarily put my mother in a care center, or to hire someone able to do the complex tasks involved. No one that I have spoken to is able to help me. And so, this is what I must do for now. But there is always hope. I worked really hard on that application. I went on a big adventure to find my grandmother's will from the Superior Court downtown. I haven't given up hope. I am not lost. But I am tired, and each day a little bit more. Sleep does not seem to catch me up as it once did. I am afraid. I am not a fool. I am not ignoring the warning signs. It is not as simple as just adding more of my blood pressure medication or altering it to some degree or another. That's been tried many times, but my underlying condition, the one that makes me black out and fall down, which I did black out on the nurse the other day. Anyway, given too much blood pressure medication of the right kind or any of the wrong kind, and I simply sleep. It is nearly impossible to wake me up, and if you succeed, I am simply despondent, which is not a word I would like to have attached to me under these conditions. It would not be good. So I'm doing the best with the resources I've been given. It does not allow me time for these. Each night I've made one video, each night so very different in tone, this by far the most hopeful. I think something like acceptance found me today. This may not be what I would have chosen. I may wish that I could seek the help I am told to get. But I believe in my heart that I am doing what is right. And if I have to burn some of my candle to achieve that, so be it. I am sorry that I am not able to be Checker's prefect more often, no longer as able to walk and smell the Nirnroot with you. But I don't forget, and I dream of the day when I can do this again. You don't have to have faith in me, but if you do, I will appreciate it. I thank you all for your kindness, always. If nothing else out of all of this, and take away one thing, let me be a signpost unto your life. Hear my voice and decide not to wait, not to put something off that is dear to you. Don't wait to spend time with a friend. Don't wait to tell someone you love them. Don't wait to follow your dream. Don't wait to prepare for your future. There are so many things I wish I could do if I could simply be back in my life before December. And maybe one day I will find life again, similar to those pre-December days. For now, I will do what is right. And I will pray that it doesn't cost me too much. I will hope that my channel will live, even if I don't have as much time for it as I would desire. And maybe, just maybe with this acceptance, I can find some time to walk in the night with you. Thank you all for your amazing kindness in words, in views, in deeds, in likes, and in going far above and beyond all of those things. Thank you so much. I don't have so many folks to talk to about all of this, so thank you for letting me share part of this experience with you. May your roads lead you to warm sands. May you remember to be kind not just to others but to yourselves as well. And friends, please, above all else, take care.